Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, and today I'll be showing you some gameplay from Aarklash Legacy. This is the upcoming tactical adventure RPG from Cyanide Studios. I've taken a look at some Cyanide games in the past, and actually I have already shown you gameplay from Aarklash Legacy. However, what I showed you in the past was a preview build. I now have access to the full version of the game, and I can't post any reviews yet, but I can show you some gameplay and talk about the game, which I'm okay with doing at this point, because I said it during the preview build, I've had a lot of fun with this game so far. I don't know how it holds up in the long run, but so far, I think this is a heck of a tactical RPG. So you're gonna notice here the pause. So if you haven't seen these videos in the past, I'm gonna quickly go over the basics. This game has an active pause system, meaning whenever you're in combat, the game will pause itself, which allows you to survey the landscape and figure out how to engage your opponents. And I can quickly at any point unpause and repause it. Gonna keep it paused for now. So the way this works is that you're basically consistently faced with overwhelmingly difficult odds that require you to pause constantly in order to really have much of a chance. Things can get absolutely absurd when it comes to the combat in this game. So we're gonna just take a quick look. What you do is you mouse over the enemy NPCs and you can actually click on their portrait and you're gonna get a little description. It'll tell you basic information like the damage that they do, their attack cycle, the type of damage, be it magical or physical, as well as their defenses to both physical and magical attacks. Beyond that, you can also see any abilities that they have, whether they are active abilities or passive ones. So we've got a few skeleton and armors here up front, 4 of them to be exact, and they all are the exact same unit. There's elite versions of individual units, but none of them are present in this particular engagement. So they've got a basic attack here that inflicts 50 to 100 physical damage. Behind them, we've got a Reaper Priest. We also have a Skeleton Priest and a demonic little minion here. He's got some crazy area of effect damage dealing. And these guys are priests, so they heal. So my first order of business is actually going to be to take out the priest. And we'll go with the skeleton priest first. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have our tank go up and do some damage. We're going to have him drop actually an AoE ability. We're going to do a channeled ability with that one. And then this one I'm just going to have go right up and attack. Now you'll notice that there are the abilities for each one of my 4 units. I basically have a tank here, a physical tank. I've got a ranged damage dealer with some damage over time, direct damage, a fear, as well as a debuff. I've got a debuff here, a heal, a area knockdown, a damage over time. This is my primary healer, Wendaru, and again, this here is the tank. I've got things like taunt, a heavy hitting damage dealer, a defensive buff, as well as a self-heal. Okay, so we're gonna go straight for that skeleton priest, again, first and foremost. I'm gonna try to make my way through here, and then we're gonna hit you hard. And we want to try to get her killed before this time runs up above her head, which is going to pop for huge area of effect damage. So you notice I just did massive area damage. Basically what happened there is his damage over time, if you kill a target before the 10 seconds are up, it does 800 damage in an area around it, which is, as you just saw, kind of crazy. Now my tank is getting really low, so we're gonna go ahead and put up his defenses as well as do a self-heal before you continue to engage. And I'll have my mage here do a heal as well, as she's got a backup heal ability. And then we're just gonna pick off some of these guys. We're gonna get the satire here. Oh no, oh, we finished him off just in time, beautiful. And then we'll go like this, and as soon as her heal is ready again, we'll go ahead and activate that. But it looks like this battle was pretty easy. We picked a good prime target to go to first. I'm gonna be losing some aggro, so let's go ahead and grab that back there and keep this guy at a safe distance. And then just do some healing, and it looks like we're pretty much, again, in the clear here. Not too much to worry about. So that was, again, a really simple battle for us. That's primarily because prior to engaging, I realized, hey, we've got those 2 priests in the back, and as anyone who's ever played any RPG knows, you go for the priest first. You always go for the priest in any RPG. I actually really have never seen, I don't think I've ever played an RPG where that wasn't the case. All right, so that was a little simple battle. Let's go ahead and move into this little arena area here, and I'll show you a battle that's gonna be quite a bit more difficult. Just to sort of prove to you how the action combat system is necessary. I mean, and it makes sense, you know, they've designed this game around the pause system under the notion that if you don't use the pause system, you can be overwhelmed very quickly. So walk into this little arena, we're all of a sudden surrounded by these guys. So we've got a few skeletons in armors. You'll be familiar with those from the last battle. But we also now have these rangers. Now we've got 2 skeleton mages as well as the skeleton archers. Now the scary thing about these guys is these ranged skeleton units, both the mages and the archers, they have projectiles that deal damage in a straight line that pass through your units. So what will happen is if you have your units lined up to any one of these shots and they go pretty quickly, if you're not paying attention, you will have multiple units hit with this damage, and you can all of a sudden go from having a couple units with full health to being nearly dead. And you know, the abilities that my guys have are on a cooldown, so you're not always necessarily going to be able to heal right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to take down the skeleton mages first because they are the most threatening, and I think we'll go for, you try to figure this out. I guess we could just go for this one since he is the closest. So we're going to go straight for him first. He is our first order of business, and I'm gonna have this guy go over here. I'm gonna have Wendaru walk over here. Try to get out of there. No one's casting any spells yet, so far we're looking pretty good. And we should be okay. First mage down. Okay, so we'll pause it, and then the next order of business is to go for the second mage. So I'm gonna move her over here. We're gonna have Wendaru face that. And then we're also going to do our damage over time. So you're going to notice this skeleton mage is now casting a spell. You can see who he's targeting by just mousing over him. He's targeting the tank. So if I was still clumped up over here and this passes through, it would do significant damage. And I actually recorded this video before and I lost everyone immediately. So I'm like, I can't. So I've redone it because of that. Just trust me, it can be really, really difficult. And I'm playing on the second of 4 difficulties. So basic combat can be much more difficult than you're even seeing here as well. Okay, so we're gonna engage him with a few of our spells, and I'm also gonna toss a future heal on this guy. You'll see what that means in a little bit. But for now, we're looking, I think, pretty good. He's about to get hit with that. We're gonna shield him up, and then we're also gonna do his self heal. And I need Wendaru to heal. Oh no, we're getting really low. Okay, here we go. We're gonna be able to heal him here like this. And then as soon as that guy's dead, we're gonna have, we actually can't have him do a heal because he is out of mana. So we've got the heal coming in from this. I'm actually at this point, I think gonna run him around. Just try to buy some time, and then we're gonna go for this guy right here. I guess I could just fight you for a second. Run this guy around. So I'm gonna actually try to not, that's not true. I was just about to tell you that I'm gonna try to not pause for the rest of this, battle, but I think that'd be stupid of me, so we're not gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna have Wendaru go for him, and actually Wendaru is gonna steal some health. He can steal health from allies to gain himself some mana, which will let him do heals in the future. And then we're going straight for this guy now. He's got the damage over time, and if I can pop that before the timer runs out, we're gonna get some mass area of effect damage here. So that's exactly what we're going for. And go like that. And Wendaru run down. We're gonna try to keep these guys close. That's gonna pop. And there's the mass area of effect damage. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're just faced with a few more guys. So let's just go for the archer first, trying to keep Wendaru away. And I think we're looking pretty solid here. Yeah, okay. So again, even though I fairly handedly took care of business there, it was still not super simple. I mean, there were still a few really terrifying moments. And we've got a little cinematic here. We're actually picking up a new ally. So the way this game works is you've got parties of, you've got a party of 4. This is a single player only game, by the way. So you've got a party of 4, and you're able to select from 8 characters that you slowly unlock as you play through the game. All right, so this is where things are gonna get really, really scary. Here is what's effectively a boss. So let's take a look at the landscape here. We've got a few skeletons in armor. We know what they do. We've got 2 skeleton priests and a skeletal mage. But look at this guy. Here's the flesh specter, okay? He's got 2,000 health, which is, it's 250, which is a little bit more than anyone else here. His abilities. After 2.5 seconds of a casting time, he creates a 4-meter zone for 15 seconds where a target is standing. All enemies which remain in that zone suffer 80 magical damage. So that's a zone you don't want to stand in. This guy right here, the second ability, reduces 50% of the magic damage inflicted by enemies and increases 50% that of allies within 6 meters of the target. And then this thing channels its energy to inflict 30 magic damage per second on its target for a maximum of 10 seconds. He's got a lot of really scary abilities. However, first and foremost, the priest is always my target. So we're gonna go straight for this priest here. And I think we're just gonna... I'm gonna have her actually go for that one first, and then these guys will go for this. Okay, here we go. So here's the game plan. Knock down this priest first, like this. And I'm gonna have him do his directional taunt. Oh no, took a lot of damage, holy heck. Oh my gosh, this is starting out really bad. Oh my gosh, this guy's almost dead. I am almost dead. I'm... Oh, man. Well, that was a super fail. Yeah. I ended up standing right in that area damage, and we have just lost our damage dealer range, and we are about to lose our tank, and I don't know... I think I could go with here, Wendaru. Please, please, please. Okay. So far, so not really that good. I think this is pretty much impossible right now, so I'm not sure. I am not entirely sure. Gonna try to move him. Okay, I'm not completely dead yet, although I might as well be. I need... Well, she's about to die. So you can res these guys, but they need to be not... Oh my lord. They need to be not attacked while you're trying to do it. Okay. Well, we just lost everyone. So... There you go. That was... I'm not even gonna... This is over. So just kill me, please. Thank you.
Little cuts. You need to try harder.
Yeah, and that happens. And what you'll have to do at that point is you'll have to go back to the last save, which will either be a quick save that you do or an area save. And my area save is all the way back at the beginning of the level. So I guess that is that, showing you how ridiculously hard it can be, even while pausing. That was a complete failure. All right, well, I'm gonna keep playing Aarklash Legacy. I'm really having a good time with it so far. Expect some more coverage throughout the course of this week, and then once the embargo lifts, I'll be able to really give you my thoughts of the game. But yeah, that was really terrible. All right, thanks so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. More Aarklash Legacy coming up. Keep watching and keep owning.